on 3rd and long. A check down would be the last resort. He's got it. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before.
If you send me the thing, maybe I could read it. See if we can't figure it out. But
offensively, you saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
Oh no! I rebooted. I'm taking the suspension, buddy. Come on now.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep a third down.
I'm taking the suspension.
The way you do that is by having success like
I was about to lose. I was like, oh, suspend me.
To the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Catch in the middle, it's Godot. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Huskers are flying down the field. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really
Yeah, like, okay. Well, you all have to decide who's getting suspended, either Raiola or someone else.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I know that.
Past the 1st down marker,
You guys,
still running. Man, he's already got 43 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the
this is one. Nice try.
The season opener.
It's one.
It's getting set for a 1st down from the 45. To the ground, he's got it again.
He's trying to be a dictator.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road,
send them all.
late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Don't spend recruiting points.
Makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
How are you going to do that, though? How are you going to do that? Oh, how did we drop that open pass?
Complete pass will bring up 4th down. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team.
It's one player. I just need to know which guy. That's my quarterback.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair.
Oh, ooh, play moment.
The run from the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw a football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up.
Yeah.
Wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But did you see what they, like, I mean, Blackout ain't lying. Like, that fucking, the defense on the CPU was, like, definitely catching bounce passes. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're not supposed to be that good. You're not supposed to be that good. Come on now.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
Oh.
Behind the line, it's
Punch again.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time.
That's what I'm doing now because it's easier, but.
He's got great
Ooh, new moment detected. Interception. See my team intercept stuff when I'm not playing defense, guys.
They'll try to get outside. And that's a
I'm like ranked 30, but I have to win games to get ranked.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the
I ain't ranked.
It's got
I'm
some
3.5.
in front of him so he can continue to run. And then
I might be
offensive line
25.
do a really good job of getting the edge so we can get north and south. Used to see that play.
Oh yeah,
a ton
Clemson
back in the
dropped.
day.
So if I win, I might get into the 25
Great team defense on that.
because I rebooted.
Everybody
Remember.
doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Oh, my player dropped the ball. I tried to throw it on his back shoulder.
Defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one.
Oh, here.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
I love the decision.
No,
by the
14-0.
quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way.
There we go.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed.
I'll make a channel say people taking suspensions. So.
It'll be a draw.
Oh shit. We need to know who. Then they can be honest. If not, we can just find them.
Run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Yeah, you keep losing your player for another week. Oh shit, I'm in my fucking end zone. What the fuck?
They'll try it over the left side.
Friday.
Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this
We're all
offense
150-0,
just to
so
catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Rayola. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
Unloads to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. Touchdown, Ncaa. He's going to pass. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Mayer. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Fast motion from the offense. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He's now up to 66 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
No. He's not. City Boy is UCLA, remember?
To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
He moved back to
pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here.
USC.
Bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cornhusker.
Miami.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, and then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with his soft hands and getting the touchdown.
Yeah, everything's new, I'm on the team, and I'll play by the rules, so I'm going to let you know. You're still soft, you're almost 50. You could do it. You're extremely get somebody straight for you.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Rayola. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch on the left. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Nebraska.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the...
I'm the head coach. It's like, that's his whole attitude. Like, yeah, I don't really have to save or talk fast. That doesn't matter. Like,
He'll start the 3rd quarter with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that DB had a different story. He had something to say, coming up and making a physical tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Cano. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances.
Well, I don't understand what another tech guy's asking. Do you have a place that you outline the schedule for the league? What is,
That's the last thing
you can
want
answer
as
that,
an
Bo.
offense. A negative play, a sack on
Or
1st
do it.
down. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Reply
And
to
he's a
another
real
tech guy.
nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem.
In general
They're
chat.
able to do better.
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
It's the
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose.
I'm loving yourself, Cat. Oh, thank you.
Is that what he means, or is he like, how did we outline it? Or
They'll try the left side. At the 15, he's loose.
because it could be like, oh, did you guys like change the games? No, it's literally the schedule.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice when you
no,
have
it's just
a running back
outlined.
like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second
No.
and 8 coming up.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you
Because
have
there's
out
no-
wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have
There's
enough
no, what's
guys
it called?
to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
There's no companion app.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Hubs it downfield. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting.
Leaves it with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that. It runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes in it.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back goes in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
We're not fans. We are critics. And first of all, if you paid any attention to it, we spent a lot of time studying it. We down. We're allowed to criticize if it hurts your feelings or everyone else.
To the air, it's Raiola. They're trying, and here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The handoff to Johnson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short.
He
And that's
dropped it. He
incomplete.
dropped
A
it.
defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. Bringing it back, it's Smith. They'll get him corralled. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's
He also
and this is
say
a
at
pressing
everyone.
time for this defense. They've got to understand. They're backed up a little bit.
If all user games are done, we will announce it to allow the 24 hours
I'm a little bit more aggressive.
to play
gotta get
CPU.
this football back to my offense because
You called me babe. That's cute.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice
You're
job by the
in love
defense
with
getting that last
me.
stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to get it back to
if
their
all the
offense
user
as
games
much
are done,
time
then
as possible to have a chance to win this game.
To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 20, inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it off. Trying to find his man on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. He'll set up to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Uncorks it. Got his man to the left. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Quarterback extends the play. He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way.
Or you play the FCS.
This offense has a second down play.
No, FCS is.
To the air, it's Raiola. Steps away. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy.
Are you playing the CPU? Are you playing defense? Yeah, you're playing defense and offense. You're going to be in trouble, buddy. They play fucking cheap.
Wants to throw on first down.
Oh,
I
had a reboot. I'm going to take the suspension.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On the run, it's Raiola. Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Nebraska. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for it all.
Oh, I thought I caught that on the bounce.
And 1 second is left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock.
All right, I won 49-25.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive
25.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
First pick, Logan Thomas, hits him in the chest, out, dropping it. Second pick, throwing to Brady Willis, over Brady Willis. Okay, but he's not going to target Brady Willis twice this season. So, like, I mean, you sort of get the feel for a backup player. And then the third pick, he throws a switch, college player, rushing fire from the sideline, take fire, George Carter. But it's a bang-bang play.
Oh, yeah, I slept a little bit, but I don't have to work till tomorrow morning. What?
You could argue that this is a mature, veteran style, but it is long-range completion. That's the way to look at it. That's probably how I would look at it, knowing what we know about Brown as a in the regular. The best is specific pressure because during the offseason for Brockton, he said his focus was going to be on one, mobility, or two was mobility. And the one was building his own. You articulate and you say outside of you see that it's improved. And if he's more mobile, you see more velocity. No, but I'll just say like not the most refined viewer, and I feel like his mobility is already there. I think he just needs to be more decisive and aggressive with it. I think he's not going to get fast. I really like his mobility, and he talks so much about his arm strength. I think it's essentially good. There's other improvements from last year. I've seen it, but what I noticed is he's trying to every pass. It'll take 1 to 2 shots, and he has to get one. And is that his fault? Is it the receiver's fault? I think it's probably both, but if Height were out there, I think pretty decent. I think the receivers, Debo's not everything. And give Debo a ton of credit for taking 0 practices off. No. Also, you can't anything like Bosa didn't practice today. You know that they're
And saying, yeah, I'll play you whenever we do our first advance.
reputation for being diva, things like that. Not anymore. Something would be pretty appealing. And I think it might be pretty ends up right up because everybody's not going to have those camp numbers just because he's there every day and you see how he's going about his craft and trying to improve. He's not so concerned about winning the day or getting a good report like Sam Darnold was. Sam Darnold was so safe and boring and thinking dunk in practice because it was cool to want people to he didn't turn the ball over and he completed 70% of the throws. Like we weren't really playing quarterback. Brock plays quarterback. And he doesn't seem to really care about what the report's going to be that day. So in a sense, he is like the future of this. I mean, the captain's taking a hell of days off. He'll take a hell of days off. A lot of vets in the team haven't really showed up. Couple showed up, and we'll get into those guys. You see Brock's leadership, it's always been good. If you see him get more control, he's more now. This is my team. Is that more obvious, or is it always been obvious, or is it not the same? How do you see that? I don't think it's
Yeah. Yeah. For.
I would anticipate
Yeah. Yeah.
him becoming like the demonstrably more open and demanding. What do you think? Because to me right now, like he's still trying to be like the good soldier, you know, whatever you say, coach, that kind of guy. Like once he gets paid, I think the expectation is so I don't know. I think there's been like certain anecdotes of him maybe I didn't see it, but that's always he's not a shrinking violet, but yeah, he's essentially very consistent. He seems the same.
Okay. Would you summarize we'll move off of Brock after this question, because there's a lot I want to ask you about, but would you summarize Brock for me? Do you think he's having a good thing?
Who's Texas A&M? No, City Boy is UCLA.
Doesn't mean that his camp sucks. I think Brock's.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, he's UCLA. Someone else is Texas A&M.
Okay, like are you? It was
Oh, okay. I'll just go look. I'll just tell you right now. Numbers. Texas A&M. Who the fuck is UCLA then? BBQ Wingman. Sorry.
Now, it is worth it to examine what he's doing.
No, he's UCLA.
You know, like now that Jordan Love got.
I'm looking at it right now.
He's going to get $60 million a year, and on a practice where, on a practice where Caffrey's not there, Uchek's not there, Kittle's not there, Ike's not there. What do you do? And today the answer was not good. But you could argue like, okay, he's a conscientious, smart quarterback, but there is that question. We've never seen him play a game without this defense. We'd like to see that before giving him $350 million or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what happened that whole season will have to play out and see what he looks like. It's going to be interesting to see if Brandon Knight is part of that or not. That affects everything. Shout out to Dave Barkley. Says, my guys, let's get after it.
Got it, please.
Maybe 2 days. Thank you very much, sir. And we will get after it as we wish. I want to ask you, the Bronx quarterback, Josh Dobbs, Brandon Allen.
Told you it's going to be hard, bud.
Before we go to Dobbs, we'll come back to that. I have a question for you. Okay, so we're watching Brock. He's a hell of a quarterback. He doesn't have an offensive line, but he has weapons, a defense, and a genius. What would he benefit more? Kyle
for the 2-star.
or a good offensive. I took a poll. Let me share this poll with you. And this is 49er fans who usually tend to be, typically they're a little bit more pro-organization than other people would, right? I asked this question because these are two scenarios. One is the scenario that they're in. One is.
Are you playing in a different league? PNG?
We're coming up on a major fundraising deadline, and there aren't many more between now and the election. So I am asking you.
It appears as though Brandon Ayuk is on the verge of either signing his extension with the 49ers or getting traded. I'll explain why. Plus, I'll give you my instant reaction to Day 7 of 49ers training camp next on the Brent Cohn Show. Today, a renowned NFL insider who's been 80% correct for about 3 months, named Pretty Ricky. He has a avatar of a dog wearing a New York Giants hat. That's foremost newsbreaker of our time. Pretty Ricky said that a huge trade was going to get announced soon, and I was thinking, well, he's got to be talking about BA. But maybe he was talking about something else because it doesn't really seem like he's getting traded. It seemed like he was happy to embrace his coach and his general manager. And I just want to say that according to a source I heard, and this is not direct from anyone on the team, but it's a source connected to the team. I didn't tweet it or write it, so I'm not putting 2% stock in this. But I heard an hour ago that it's done, the extension between Ayuk and the 49ers, and it's going to get announced soon. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like people have been whispering things for the last couple of months, and it's a fluid situation. Things can change. But as of an hour ago, the source that I have some confidence in, that it's done right now. Extension's done, and it's going to get announced today. So that sounds reasonable to me. All I know is that at today's practice, in addition to Ayuk being there, Jeremy Fowler. Why is that significant? Well, Jeremy Fowler works for ESPN, and he's been the one all offseason to break all the Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk's unhappy. That's in a trade. Always Jeremy Fowler. So his presence at camp, he's not here to give a camp report. He wasn't there taking notes, talking about who did good, who did not so good. He was on the phone the whole time. I don't know who he was talking to, but it does seem like he's connecting to agents, people around the league, and he's either here to break the news that Ayuk's getting dealt, or he's here to break the news that Ayuk's getting an extension. So my best guess at this point is that Jeremy Fowler's here to break the good news. And all I know is that after all the hand-wringing and all the, oh my God, it's July 31st, and it seems like something's happening. All I know, 2 years ago on July 31st, 2022, Debo signed his contract. Debo's contract extension negotiation drama did not drag into August. It did. It was done on July 31st, 2022. That is the day today. And if they sign Ayuk tonight and he's practicing tomorrow, no one's going to care that he missed 7 days. In fact, maybe Ayuk's happy that he missed 7 days of camp because no one seems to like practicing in July. That's my best interpretation. And I understand that I'm not good at interpreting things. 2 hours ago, I thought he was getting traded. Based on the same information.
They're saying Brandon Ayuk's contract's done.
Shows up, hugs 2 people. That means he's saying goodbye. That means he's sticking around for a long time. I don't know. You tell me.
It sounds like they'll announce it probably tomorrow.
But they haven't traded him yet. It seems like every day that goes by that he doesn't get traded, it becomes less likely for him to get traded. Because let's say a team like Pittsburgh or Baltimore or Cleveland or the Raiders, any team that would want to trade for Ayuk kind of needs him there now-ish. So he can learn the freaking offense.
What's the point in trading for Brandon Ayuk 3 days before the season starts? He can't play for you week 1 or week 2. He wouldn't even know the plays. So there's some urgency. And it seems like, was it just yesterday that DJ Moore signed an extension with the Bears for $27.5 million? DJ Moore, good player, comparable numbers to Brandon Ayuk, but older than Ayuk and hasn't ever been a second-team All-Pro. He's getting $27.5 million. Maybe that shows both the 49ers and Ayuk, like, this is clearly what he's worth. 27.5, 27 and 3/4, 27 and 9/10 of $1 million per year. Somewhere there. I think both sides should be able to agree to that. There's been so many extensions. I don't see how there could be a disagreement on what he's worth. The Niners could say, we don't care, we don't give a damn what you're worth. We're going to force you to play for us for far less than what you're worth. They could do that, but that's really not how they do business. I think it's pretty obvious what he's worth in the open market to both sides. And from the looks of it today, they're pretty close to shaking hands and signing things. So good. I'm glad that we really covered this. I'm going to lose a bottle of wine to my dad. That's really what upset me. Because I thought he was going to hold out for sure. Not just training camp, but a game. Forget the $50,000 fines he's going to get every day. I thought he was going to take game check fines. Because I thought Brandon Ayuk was about it. I thought he was about it. Turns out he's not about it at all. You know what? If he ends up getting the money he wanted, congratulations. I just want people to know that I'm about it. As you can tell. Everyone knows that, though. So, okay, that's enough about Brandon Ayuk. I really can't interpret him dapping people. He was dapping people up. There was daps involved. Daps on daps on daps. Jat says random. Padres are hot. It's coming to the 619. I want to go to a Padres game. I've never been to a Padres game. I would like to go to a Padres game. That's a cool baseball town. It should be a football town still. I'm upset that the Chargers moved to L.A. I went to school in L.A. But L.A., my thing with L.A. is it's not a city. You call it a city. It's a collection of neighborhoods, and you can't get around from one to the other. So pick a neighborhood you really like and stay there forever. That's L.A. Call it L.A. if you want, but you don't live in L.A. You live in whatever freaking neighborhood you live in, and that's where you can't leave unless it's 3 a.m. Then you can move around. Good times. San Diego is more of like a regular place, like the Bay. Yo, Grant, is your article on FTF? Yeah, boy! I did. I want to shout out Nick Wright for frequently using my takes, having good taste, but shout me out, man. Have me on the show. I think me and him could have a fun little tete back and forth. Talking about whatever, what have you. I think I'd be a better co-host than Chris Broussard. I'm better looking. I'm more handsome. That's the same thing, but it's worth repeating. So, Nick, for a legit co-host, $28 million a year. Any less than that is a. And I'm going on the pivot to talk about how you slap me in the face. After all we've been through together, $28 million a year is what I'm asking for. No, nay. It's what I deserve. What I'm worth. Mark's the Boss 3 has been a member for 34 months. That's not a little amount of time. What do you think Ayuk's AAV is going to be? It can't be less than DJ Moore's, right? 28? 27 little extra guaranteed buckaroos? I don't know. Okay, let's talk about Brock Purdy. I feel like the discourse with Brock Purdy is a little dishonest. Because if he has a good practice, people get so excited, like, oh man, he's tearing it up, he's doing great, he's got a stronger arm, he's taking a turn, he's grown. And then in the same practice, he starts throwing picks. The same people that said him doing well in practice is really important, it matters, they start saying, oh, these negative plays don't matter at all. Or let's take it a step further.
Looks like EA with a lot of AI to build his game.
It's good that he messes up in practice. He should do more of that because that's what practice is all about, messing up. So him doing well, great. Him doing poorly, even better. Nah, that's bullshit. Let's actually be real about it. Brock Purdy's a really good quarterback, but even really good quarterbacks have bad days of practice, and they need to hold themselves accountable so they can improve. And just throwing picks alone isn't necessarily a bad day for the quarterback. You know how picks go. Sometimes the pick is not on the quarterback. Sometimes it's the wide receiver's fault. Sometimes there's a tip pass, and unluckily it falls into the hands of a defensive player. That's not necessarily the quarterback's fault. Or he takes a calculated risk and throws a 50-50 ball to a receiver just to see what he will do in practice. And if that guy doesn't come down with it, it's not necessarily the quarterback's fault because he's testing things and learning things. And he may not make that throw in a regular game. Because you can sit back and look at the decision, the thought process, and say, I don't have a problem with that. Practice. That's a good decision for practice. Go find out if Deebo Samuel's going to win that 50-50 ball, or if Ricky Pearsall's going to win that 50-50 ball. Learn that information, sure. But practice is not the time to practice making bad decisions. He can make aggressive decisions, but if he's going out day after day and just making bad decisions, then he's no longer Brock Purdy. Then he's Jimmy Garoppolo. It's not okay to practice playing the wrong way. And Brock will tell that to you. He didn't talk today. I'm really looking forward to his next press conference so we can hear his take on the interceptions in camp. But it's not your job to practice the wrong way. It's to practice how you play, maybe a slightly more aggressive version of it. And one of the things that we like about Brock that makes Brock Brock and not Jimmy is that he makes good decisions. You can trust him. With Jimmy, it was like, buddy, you better throw the ball to your first read now or you're screwed. We don't trust you to think. Don't think. Just do what you're told. And even then, he was a mistake waiting to happen. Brock's not like that. If the first read's open, they'll find him. If the fourth read in the progression is open, they'll find him. If the protection breaks down, he can extend the play and make a good decision 3, 4, 5 seconds after the snap. That's what makes him a high-level quarterback. No matter what the situation, early in the down, late in the down, in the pocket, out of the pocket, scrambling, running, throwing, he makes good decisions most of the time. For a guy who wants to be a gunslinger, like he's not a game manager making really cautious decisions like Alex Smith, like, oh my God, he only has 0.7 yards of separation. I can't make this. He's not that kind of guy. He will throw with trust and anticipation, but ultimately he's still making smart, sound decisions. The last 2 days in camp, he didn't. And that's why the interceptions were worth talking about. Suddenly, Brock Purdy's making bad decisions. 3 of the 4 picks yesterday were bad decisions. Like, what? Who is this? You're not Jimmy. What is going on? Why are you suddenly doing this? And I don't know. I'd love to hear his take. Is it because, the adrenaline was up a little bit, pads were on, and the fans were out, and Tua just got paid, and Love just got paid, and Purdy wants to come out and be like, hey, man, I'm not just a scheme quarterback. You're not going to come out and watch me just throw a bunch of checkdowns left and right. Like, no, I'm going to make some plays. I'm really good. I'm a special guy. I mean, yes and no. Maybe you are, but, like, when you try to show that, it doesn't necessarily go so well. Like, don't try to be Superman. Do more than you. You have a modest skill set. It's okay. People that come and watch you practice aren't going to be wowed by your arm strength. They're not. But people who watch you every day, consistently, year after year, will be impressed by your poise, maturity, consistency. That's you. So, the wow plays won't be there, but the wow will be. And that's what we saw today. Good decision after good decision after good decision, which makes me feel like he's still young. We've seen him a lot. He's essentially a good decision maker who has a chip on his shoulder and wants to prove that he's more than just a product of Kyle sometimes. And really, he may or may not be more than a product of Kyle. We'll see what he really thinks when it's time for him to fight for his extension next year. Like, are you going to come in and be like, nah, man, not only am I not a product of your system, but you're holding me back and I want market rate. I don't think Brock's going to do that. Probably going to be like, yeah, I very much am a product of the system. I love being here. I love the supporting cast. I don't want the players to go. I'll take less. I'll take only a mere $45 million a year, and I'll be called a freaking hero. And I'll be the richest player on the team by far. That's where Brock's going. Smart move. So anyway, When people talk about his performance in camp, if they say it was really great, or if they say it was struggling and it didn't matter, that's all bullshit. You need these people to talk about his process. Because that's what practice is all about, right? Process. When he threw the pick, what was he thinking? What was the decision? Was it tipped? Was it a 50-50 ball? Did he force it into double coverage? Did he misread the coverage altogether and throw the ball right to a defender? You tell me. That's what matters. And he's still young enough in his career where it does matter. It's not completely proven. I mean, we still haven't seen Brock play a game without Christian McCaffrey. And we saw him play 2 games last year without Trent Williams and Debo, and it didn't go well. His quarterback rating was 77. His win-loss record was 0-3. So he's a hell of a player. But any quarterback that plays with 6 All-Pros around him, he's not an All-Pro. 6 All-Pros around him and the best system in football is going to benefit from that. I didn't say Kyle's the best coach in football. But his system is the top system in football. He's a system coach, and everyone wants his system. Andy Reid doesn't really have his system. He builds it on the fly, which I respect. You got the best system. You got the best supporting cast. That's only going to help. And to find out how good Brock Purdy really is independent of all that is hard because it's a team sport, and he's not on another team. But it's something to keep in mind. When you start taking away all pros, and he's in more of a regular situation, a situation that other quarterbacks in the league are in, does he continue to make good decisions and take what the defense gives him, or does he press and force things? Because it's easy to take what the defense gives you when at least one player is open every freaking play. If you can read a defense and get through your progressions, you have field vision, you process quickly, and you have McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, and Juszczyk or Jennings on the field at all times, you're going to find an open receiver, especially with Kyle drawing it up. It's going to happen pretty quickly, probably. But that's not the situation that every other quarterback's in. Other quarterbacks have good supporting cast, maybe. Good coaches, good systems, maybe. And they get paid a lot of money. So there's still stuff to learn with Brock Purdy, but we know he's a hell of a quarterback. Philip David Davies says, but BP makes FTF when he does bad practice. Man, I don't work for FTF yet, but when they give me $28 million a year, then I will be working for them and giving the same type of coverage that I already am. Let's talk Dominic Cooney. I like looking at rookies in practice because, you ask the coaches about the rookies, and they're like, oh, they're so great. He's doing so well, and he's a swell guy, and he's got a great smile. And he's lovely parents. I mean, they just go on and on about how great they are, but then you watch them get coached, and it's like, today, starts off, it was like the second or third period, they're just going through run blocking. And it'll be a guard and tackle combo blocking against someone. And it's Cooney and it's the Kivitz tag teaming someone. And I never played tackle football, let alone offensive line. So I don't know exactly the technique that Forster was trying to teach Cooney, but Cooney didn't get it right. And to me, it's like, given the sort of, ladies and gentlemen,
I would. That would probably drop you down the range of my car. Who's winning? Well, wouldn't it be his fault because he does do that? Philosophy. Yeah, Obama-ish. Obama-ish.
The defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass on the side.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver.
He was trying to dive it in. Oh, you better call a timeout here. Play. If he stepped away, he might have wanted to pause. He's not moving his thing. Pause the game. He'll get DC'd. You've been removed. Yep. I don't know why you don't just pause the game for someone though. I mean, I don't. Why didn't they just pause the game? Like he declined one, he could have paused or. Yeah, but I mean the whole thing. I mean, you could hit your controller real quick to pause. Like your controller to turn on if it's dead. Why don't you have like a USB to like hook it up? I literally have a 10-foot USB cable if I ever need it. Right, wait. Yeah, I kicked him out because because he got a second thing. We should just make it the very next game. Yeah. We have to make it because we don't know how. We thought we were gonna have more of yesterday's games. Hmm? Nice. There, it sounds like you already agreed. You just said, uh, what's the number? People are speculating it might be about 28 to 30, yeah. Don't know why the man waited so fucking long. They're gonna get rid of what's his name? Fullback. Yeah, it'll be his final year with them because they asked him to take a pay cut. He did, but there's no reason for them to have him anymore. Yes, he's good, but they don't use him. They don't throw him the ball. Yes, he blocks a lot, but he does. He does, but they can make more plays for Juan Jennings and stuff like that. Yes, he is. Like nowadays, you can just throw the tight end back there. You be like, all right, dude, or an offensive lineman. Yep. They're like, all right, get the big guy back there. You're gonna block. You can block. Most likely, it's a bigger tight end / or a little offensive lineman. So they're redoing the game. Or are they doing 1/4 of the full game? Maybe they'll stop throwing things.
Please just give me a valid reason as to why the road was comparison. So for the reason that first, she's a woman and she's black. For the exact same people who care about who the woman is, they have to judge people based on the color of their skin. Okay. She's terrifying, and this is the type of woman that people want as the president of the United States. We want a woman that's known for using her mouth to get to the position that she's in. And I'm telling you, I know she's really good fit for the world.
Who, me? Yeah. What time is your fucking movie at? 12 o'clock? See you later.
for an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Sends it out to the back. Pass is incomplete, but there's a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing ball. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. In this area of the field, once gets through on the quarterback, that roughing the passer penalty becomes a personal goal. Pass motion from the offense. Quarterback took pass to the receiver. A solid pick up there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on the little quick passes, running is so important. Find a snap it right in the field before this. Gets the ball, swings the outside, maybe.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why the offense love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and you just get them out of
The man unexpectedly gets a dagger that moves higher like mine. At this moment, he sees a big white bear right in movements, and no one is its match. He rushes to stop it and learns that the bear's family has been captured by humans to prevent the big white bear.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic three. Not so fast. And missed by the kicker.
Guys, USC has the ball back in the offense on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
Sure was. This offense is so interesting because they can score in three. How efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Stretch you out, find the playmakers, make good decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's a nice play to sign there. You get that running back ball and then ask the quarterback to get it to him early so he can go to work on field and get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10. That's the 34. He's going to pass. Side of his hand. Trash. And that defense is there and guided him out of bounds. That's for a short gain.
I really like this wide receiver. I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he runs really good now. He's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting. Dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working for the field.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. That'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the legendary John Ncaa would be proud of the execution of the running game, picking up the 1st down.
Basic principles of the running game, right? He's got the points, not love, they're kind of like the points and all that other stuff that goes with it. You got the running game, USC doing a good job.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We'll get this quarter going with a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's locked. Comes close to the back on the screen. He will snap the bell, but not before the play. It got a 1st down for this offense. No matter how many times they throw the ball for it, it is a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and if everything looks like that, when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. We're supposed to recognize that too. They didn't see it.
Well, on defense, they know this offense is going to try to take shots. They're going to try to keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. So good job on the back end
physical play, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
They're trying to slam it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm rolling with this. I am too. You're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. That's just not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. And the spot is no good. Yeah, here's the second quarter. This is all inside, guys.
That's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be taking.
Iron Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal.
You know what? Don't leave it up to him. Excellent. Better offensive. I think you moved the ball nicely. Keep that in mind. I think you got to stay aggressive and help settle the field. Yeah, because you got to know there's no margin for error right now. You've got to be able to execute that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff to the single running back. He picked up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I wish you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes it makes a loss. But well, otherwise you just abandon it now.
And he's knocked down, but not before losing the chain.
They find themselves on the physical point of attack. Dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there for them.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And just went ahead a bit before he's brought down.
So I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line moving. Let those big fellas get lather.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Just with a looking run now up top. Makes the round inside. It's Jackson. And he'll step across the sideline after making a good gain on that one.
Back to the football, they play a lot of teams. You got to find guys who are willing to, you can catch the ball.
Up to the line at 42, facing a 3rd and short. Linebacker trying to create some confusion. They'll run play action. On in the backfield instead. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse and lost yardage. LSU will bring his team on the field. See if he can help the Harvard team out of this. Fourth down, and his left team sends it the other way. He'll take it on his turn. And the Harvard team able to wrestle him down. And Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes we have to settle for nothing, David. It can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think at least you would say maybe I could go for it more for just if it's opportunity for another drive. Yeah, it's a little bit strong. Yeah, it can be a little bit less predictable, especially as you get closer to the end of that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. For a man, it's Moss. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, to try to I'll tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this, you've got some momentum. You gotta find somebody that's going to make them like this, need something, and if you're scoring anyway, don't be aggressive in position. Just make sure what they can feel just upward in some way, shape, or form.
So into the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off. Well, they didn't try to get close for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over the 17. That was not a great throw. I'd even call it ungood. Trying to put some air on it just made it too easy. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. And the defense picks up the sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Grabs over the middle, McDaniel. Reeled it in and just made that house call. Boy, these offenses are just making the beat. Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you like. I really don't. You try to get stuff, that kind of thing. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone is Johnson. Johnson is 17 and probably second guessing that return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. He has the first, he's still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Apparently some confusion as the offense calls the timeout. It's their first of the half. One more step coming before halftime. They're getting this guy rather
Last week, I can show you where.
Okay, good.
She disappeared 19 months ago.
Any of this looking familiar to you?
Yeah, look, there it is right there, behind there. I was all muddy when I went through it.
Karina Lewis.
At least now her family can give her a proper burial.
You said the boyfriend confessed to strangling?
Yeah.
Why is there a bullet wound in her head?
I confessed to them her but lied about the method.
I hope you have a horrible day.
Give me the bag! Hey, let it go, man. What's wrong? But she's trying to steal the bag. Okay, I will let him go into the bag for a little bit. Hey, Officer Nolan. You remember the Karina Lewis case?
Yeah, college gymnast. Boyfriend murdered her a few years back, but the body was never found.
This is her bag.
Sir, where did you get this bag?
Hey, I found it. This way.
So where'd you get this?
I didn't steal it. I was assuming just because we homeless.
I don't assume anything.
I found the bag in Griffith Park. Now, last week, I can show you where.
Okay, good.
She disappeared 19 months ago.
Any of this looking familiar to you?
Yeah, look. There it is right there, behind there. I was all muddy when I went through it.
Karina Lewis.
least now her family can give her a proper burial.
You said the boyfriend confessed to strangling her?
Yeah.
Then why is there a bullet wound in her head?
I confessed to the verbal libel.
This video went viral because of this little queen getting her hair fixed every day. And you're probably thinking that this cat lives her life in luxury. You may be right, but you will be shocked when you see the true face of the creature in front of you. Because at first glance, it may look like a cat getting treated like a princess. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Because what cat has hair like a Greek god? Well, not many that I know of. Let me tell you that. Now look, at least the little queen gets treated well by the looks of it. Cartoons and free hair care are not something I would complain about. Now to the moment of truth. Did you know all along that it was a dog?
What's the juggernaut about that I don't have? Don't you say legs. I know you're gonna say legs. Legs. Still hurts when you're out loud. What is that? That's not a real rope. You get back here, young man. Dobbs, get me out of here, please. Use my arms as backpack straps.
Think we may have found your cosmic reason for being here.
Appreciate this isn't. What's juggernaut?
You try every day. Push the line every time, shifting every birthday makes it. Pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run yourself, make the next move, and rally to the ball.
Have you ever wondered why cowboys produce smoke when they eat horses? You may have seen this type of video on the internet. Some cowboys try to catch wild horses with lassos, but why there is some smoke on their saddle? The reason is actually very simple. When this cowboy throws the lasso on a wild horse, he quickly wraps the noose around the specially guarded saddle. Because the rope is pulled so fast, crazy friction occurs, causing smoke to appear. Have you ever wondered why cowboys produce smoke when they catch horses?
I dare you to go for a double dog.
For some random ass reason, the writers of the Pokemon anime made Psyduck a complete powerhouse. Let me tell you how. The reason for Psyduck's mystic powers was because he was hypnotized by Hypno early on in the series. Misty accidentally caught him and treated him like shit because he was a dumbass. At least until he awakened his true power. His first match was called off, leaving no clear winner. The next time he destroyed this Farfetch. After this, he defeated Licking Tongue pretty convincingly, and went on to face Ash's Kingler. Kingler caught him in a nasty vice grip. But Psyduck activated his crazy psychic powers and blew him out of the water, quite literally. He then took down his Zigzagoon and Poochyena. Nearly a decade later, he had another 2 versus 1, and won without breaking a sweat, leaving this legend with a 100% win rate. For some random ass reason, the writers of the Pokemon anime made Psyduck a complete powerhouse. Let me tell you how. The reason for Psyduck's mystic powers was because he was hypnotized by Hypno early on in the series. Misty accidentally caught him and treated him like shit because he was a dumbass. At least until he awakened his true power. His first match was called off, leaving no clear.
As a black woman who is in this position that is standing before you at this podium behind this lectern, what he just said, what you just read out to me, is offensive, it's insulting, and, you know,
Hold on now. This says private property, no trespassing.
as a black woman who is only she can speak to what it's like. She's the only person that can do that. And I think it's insulting for anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a former leader, a former president.
Hold on now.
We're coming up on a license and registration, please.
And when this murderer asked for the death penalty, the judge's badass response left the entire courtroom in silence.
So that's what I'm asking myself. That's what I want. So that's
all right. Well, thank you. And I don't know if what you say is perhaps some form of reverse psychology or do I care? I will not consider what you want in issuing my sentence. In the words of Miss Pam Williams, from one Italian to another, Ci condanno a morte. That translates to, I sentence you, Mr. Lorenzo, to death. That is the punishment that you deserve for these horrific crimes.
And this murderer asked for 9 rankings of great legends as the president. So, one.
See this metal?
Oh my
Rank 5, your most iconic songs. In order, this coach adds laxatives to the water. And then he has his soccer players drinking, expecting his team to move. However, the players run around the field in a frenzy and quickly kick the ball into the goal. The coach was disappointed, so he handed the player another bottle of laxative. Soon the player was dribbling the ball, suddenly covered his stomach. He gave up the game and ran into the toilet. The enemy players took advantage of the situation and attacked, but the goalie was lacing against the goal. The ball rolled into the goal. Soon after, the second goal came in. The goalie catches it. The players ran to him and cheered. But he took a few steps back and made it. The ball still went in. It turned out that the goal was broken, assigned by the coach. The other players had to teach him not to cross the white line. The goalie nodded his head to show that he understood. So when he had his shot again, the goalie caught the ball and stopped him right outside the goal. And then he defended the goal in every way he could. They never let in another goal. The players hugged him and celebrated. Only the coach looked sad. Then the enemy's coach approached him. His coach adds lack.
When the ball boy puts the ball in the water bottle right side up, everyone bursts into laughter. Making sure the logo on the water bottle faces the net is one of Nadal's 12 routines. When entering the court, he always steps in with his right foot, holds a racket in his left hand, carries a bag with 5 rackets in his other hand. Before serving, he adjusts his pants, sweeps his hair back, touches his nose, and then finally serves the ball. Additionally, 45 minutes before the match.
Just a minute. I need to get your laundry. Yeah, it's fine. Second, Mom. Hold on. Yep, come in.
Hey, Mom. You know what? I could have brought the laundry down.
That's okay. I'm an hour to kill before your dad went to meet the Andersons. Oh, by the way, don't forget, we're going out on Saturday to celebrate your big news.
We don't have to.
Of course we do. It's not every day you get accepted to an Ivy League school. Oh, and I invited the Evanses. Do me a favor. Be sweet to Ellen. She kind of has a crush on you.
Really? I had no idea.
Of course you didn't. Boys never do.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give the Ncaa extra yards. Great tackle there. So super important for offense. Third down. You would use that by having success like that. Once the ball on touchdown. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Duffmeyer. Unloads to the right. And he will rattle to the 34, where he's finally knocked down. This offense is on the
It's like this. Is that it? Wow. That's great, huh? Well, you're good. You can be in a fun zone with me anytime, man. Bullets are fired from stadium.
Fish and Wildlife Safety and Aerosol show they have found a coyote that bit a 5-year-old girl. The United States shares a very
You can remember who you were and inside by part of this simple spin. Now get a mirror that you can stand in front of. Grab the paper in your left hand and look at yourself in the mirror. Then say, "This is me now. Should be better." If done correctly, you'll have a huge flood of memories coming in. But not every past life is good. Something I should see. Never try.
It can be used also as a rolling screen. As you see, it's rolling down, and the brakes disappear.